It's plus 2 3/5. What do you think would be the easiest way to start this problem? What would you want to add first when looking at these numbers here? What would you like to add first? If you have 5 2/5 plus 2 3/5, what would you like to add first? Do you want to start with the fractions? What would make sense to you to make this easiest? Matt?
The whole numbers.
The whole numbers. Can we add the whole numbers and then add the fractions after? So how should I label my number line? Asala? Where do I want to start my number line?
0.
0. And what am I going to count? What's going to be my next number on the number line?
1 whole.
1 whole, then what?
2 holes.
2,
3 holes.
3,
4 holes.
4.
5 holes.
Should we stop at 5?
Yes.
Asala says yes, let's stop at 5. Noah, what do you think?
Yeah.
You think we should stop at 5? Look at the numbers that we're adding here. Where should we keep going up to?
7.
Okay, so let's go up to 7, 6,
7.
7. Does anyone think we should go beyond 7?
Yeah.
Riley?
I think we should go to like at least 9.
To at least 9? Okay, let's go all the way up to 9 and see what happens. Okay, so we're adding these mixed numbers here. Ashland, where are we going to start on our number line?
0.
We're going to start at 0, because to start you have nothing. And what is the first part of this addition you would like to represent on your number line? Do you think it would make sense to add the 2/5 first? Would that be easy on your number line? What would be the easiest thing to start adding on your number line? Matt?
The 1s.
Okay, so I'm going to start at 0, and what should I go up to?
5.
Good, we can add our 5. So we can start at 0, and we can add 5. Okay, because this is taking care of this 5 here. What can we do next after we add 5 wholes? Do you want to add the fraction next? Do you want to add another whole number? What do you think would make the most sense? Michael? You can add 2. Isn't 5 2/5 the same thing as 5 plus 2/5? Plus, isn't 2 the same thing as 2 plus 3/5? What property allows you to flip-flop the order when adding? Who remembers what property that is, Michaela? The commutative property. So if we wanted to, we could do 5 plus 2 first, right, and then add our fractions. So that's what we're representing on our number line. So we added 2, and then what should we add next? What should we add next on our number line? Matt?
The fraction, which is going to be a whole number, so you can just...
Okay, so you see that 2/5 plus 3/5 is what?
5/5.
5/5 and 5/5 is equal to?
1.
1 whole. Except I'm going to represent the 2/5 plus the 3/5 just so we see it here. So we go 1, 2, right, plus 2/5, then 1, 2, 3, plus 3/5. And that would give us 8
Ms. Gershow, could
as
we
our answer.
do the little tick marks in there if that makes it easier?
Sure,
for
right in
people to
here.
see? Because you're breaking that into 5 parts.
Yep.
So if that makes it easier, then you count up to your 2/5, and then count 3/5, and then where you land. What number do you land on?
Question, Will?
8.
Good.
You're on 8.
So the answer here is 8. So is this making sense how we're representing this addition and subtraction on a number line? Do you think you could try letter D on your own? Or do you want to do one more? This is subtraction.
Can we do one more subtraction?
One more subtraction together? Sure. All right, so let's take a look at D. Now this one is subtraction. If you'll notice, on the left-hand side you have addition, and on the right-hand side you have subtraction. So what am I going to need to include on my number line here? What numbers do I need to include on my number line? Asala?
4.
For 4 minus 2 2/7. What's the first number going to be on our number line? 0, good. And what number should we go up to on our number line, Matt?
4.
4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Matt, why did we not need to go higher than 4?
Because we're subtracting and 4 has to
Right, we're starting with 4, and we are subtracting, so it's only going to get smaller. So how am I going to represent this subtraction? 4 minus 2 and 2/7. How would I represent this subtraction on my paper? Where am I going to start? Brianna? We're going to start at 4, so we're going to start right here. And where am I going to jump to represent me subtracting 2 and 2/7? What can we do first?
You can go up to the 2.
Right, we can subtract the 2, because this is the same thing as 4 minus 2 plus these 2/7 here, right? So we can subtract 2 first, okay? So we subtract 2, and what are we going to subtract next, after we subtract the 2? Kate, what are we going to subtract next? 2/7. So I'm going to jump back 1, 2, and I'm subtracting 2/7 here. If I subtract 2/7, how many 7ths do I have remaining? Where am I going to be landing here? If I subtracted 2 and 2/7, where would I end up? We're between what two whole numbers? What two whole numbers are we between? Michael? 1 and 2. So we know we're going to have 1 and something. If we subtract 2/7, how many 7ths do we have remaining? If we subtract 2/7 here, how many 7ths do we have remaining? Matt? 5 7ths. So we have 1 and 5 7ths. If you want to include these little ticks here, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So you go 1 7th, 2 7ths, 3 7ths, 4 7ths, 5 7ths.